Okay, so we're now live on YouTube as well.
I think we're live. Are we live?
We are live on the internet.
Welcome to live chat. I'm not going to do live chat. I can't reach the phone.
Hello Rob on Floorhammer podcast stream.
Nice.
Alex says hello lads.
Hello.
Right, so for those of you joining on YouTube, I'm Rich from Floorhammer Podcast. I think you know this guy.
Hello.
This is Tom from Nerdcore Gaming, who's the one who set us up for all this in the first place, and operating the cameras is Ian from White Shark Gaming Studios.
Just about squeeze yourself into the
right.
picture.
Just about. So, a good friend of mine, Paul, and his wife Anna have got two kids, Ruby and Frank. And Frank, unfortunately, very recently got diagnosed with leukemia. I wanted to try and help out because both of them are both self-employed. They do an awful lot. They've done an awful lot for me in the past. I've known Paul since I was living down in Brighton, so about 10, 12 years ago. I wanted to do something to help out. I know that a lot of people had already done that, and I wanted to kind of get involved. Frank is an absolute little bruiser, and he earned the nickname Frank the Tank. So I came up with the idea of doing a tank company. So I spoke to the guys in the local Staines gaming community, kind of put the word out, and everyone, because they are brilliant, wanted to get involved. So we now have this tank army, which we put up for raffle on Just Giving. We set ourselves a target of £1,000 for the month. We did the £1,000 target in 24 hours because the Games Workshop gaming community is amazing at doing this kind of stuff. It's brilliant. So we upped the target to £2,000, and we beat that, and we're now somewhere 2,650, somewhere like that.
About that ballpark, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? I'm going to check now. Hi Ollie, if you're watching and you're streaming. I'm just texting Ollie, who runs the Nerdcore Gaming page, because he's late to everything.
He's watching on Floorhammer stream, mate.
Oh, he's streaming then on Nerdcore, right? It's proper shoddy internet stuff, right?
Let's have a
look.
What's the
final valuation?
The totalizer. I feel like I'm on one of those big Friday night.
We should get some kind of like big total flashy thing.
We do.
£2,675 we have raised, which is amazing. And seriously, for everyone that donated tanks, for everyone that painted tanks, donated paints, shared this about, got involved with any of that, donated, shared anything, sent us support, helped us out. Even my poor girlfriend, who I roped into painting the tank as well, even though she only paints lizardmen and hates straight lines and pin washing. Everyone that painted, massive shout out to Lewis Antill, who painted 3 tanks, bless him, because people couldn't commit because of various other life getting in the way and everything else. Anyone that donated paints, anyone that's kind of really got involved and got behind this and donated, thank you so much. It absolutely means the world, and I know that it means an awful lot to Paul and to Anna and to Frank and to Ruby. So thank you very much, and massive shout out to Rob Merker as well, who's sorting out the postage of this through his company that sorts out aviation parts as well, who did a massive donation for no other reason than to help out a good cause, which means an awful lot.
And those people that couldn't even donate money were sharing the social media stuff that we put up, sharing pictures. There were so many Tanks for Frank shares and hashtags floating around Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It was all over pretty much every format that we've got access to. So even those people that may not have had the money to have chipped in, just doing that and spreading the word has really helped hit this target. And
shout out to James Townley for storing the tank army for a short period of time until Rich could pick them up.
Yep.
And also a massive shout out to Rich, because my job is ridiculous and I have no time to think, let alone breathe or anything like that. I came up with the idea and then fobbed off all the logistics on Rich. So it's a win-win for me, because I came up with this idea and then Rich took the ball and just ran with it, and you've smashed it. And Ian, and Nick, you know, everyone from the Staines store and the Staines community have done a brilliant job at it.
Can you tell us what the money's going to be used for, how it's going to be split, etc.? Because I understand it is going to be split.
So we're going to give some of the money to Paul and Anna to kind of help them with daily costs and everything else. They're both self-employed, so a lot of this money is going to help them to kind of look after Frank while they're not working. And some of the money is going to go to the Bristol Royal Hospital for the children's ward there.
So they can continue doing.
So they can continue to do amazing work. They do education and stuff there with a lot of the kids that are in there for a long period of time and stuff like that. So they do an awful lot of really good stuff for these kids that are in awful situations.
So before we get to the draw, do we want to do a shout out for everyone who actually contributed a tank towards the course? Because I think I can remember by looking at the tanks on the table.
You've been memorising this
who
all
these
day,
people
right?
are.
You've been going around and...
Yeah, so the Shadow Sword came from James Townley, our local Games Workshop. The Manticore came from Rob. The Basilisk was done by Chris Coleman. I did the Hydra Flat Tank. The other Basilisk was Luke Taylor. The Wyvern is by... Oh, the guy's name is escaping me now because he's Andrew. Because he's not part of the actual community. He's actually a friend of someone in the community who thought this was such a great idea. He got also get involved, and this is why this has been awesome. Ian did the Baneblade. Lehman Russ is Lewis Antill did the Lehman Russ.
That's my
Tom did a Lehman Russ. Emma's done a Lehman Russ. Fiona Townley's done a Lehman Russ. Rory Gallagher's done a Lehman Russ. Mike Hebditch has done a Lehman Russ. Alex Thompson did a Lehman Russ. Nick did a Lehman Russ. And I'm now full town.
You've got two
Talcian did a
Lehman Russ as well.
One more person whose name is escaping me.
Yes.
Well, we have to massively. Oh, Duncan.
Duncan did one as well, yeah.
So thank you to everybody who contributed tanks. Should we actually roll round to the actual draw part?
Yeah, let's do it.
The tripod is my arm, mate. Both of them. That's why it's wobbly. Sorry.
So we're going to come around and move move the cameras around.
Why did we give the shortest out of the lot of us the two cameras?
I'm also the quietest.
Well, that's debatable.
Can you angle it down, right?
So we're going to angle down. So no shenanigans. There's no names up.
Okay, so
sleeves.
So everybody who entered and bought a ticket and gave me their name has been issued a ticket number. You would have got a response from me through Just Giving. Some people have done them by email as well, but at least through Just Giving I gave everyone their ticket numbers. They're currently in this piece of software online that's randomising the names that are appearing on the wheel based on how many tickets you have, so the people with more tickets are appearing on here more often. What I'm going to do is I'm going to literally just click on the wheel. It's going to fix the people that are on the list. It will spin in a fancy graphic style and then will give us a name. So let's get on with it. So the winner of the entire tank company for Tanks for Frank is...
We get a drum roll?
I'm holding the phone.
This is exciting software, Rich.
Ticket 36, which is Wiley. So I don't have your surname. So whoever was issued ticket 36, and I believe I have your email addresses, because I have the email address of about 90% of the people on here. Congratulations, you won all the vehicles on the table at the moment. I will reach out to you and get your address, and then as mentioned, Rob is packing up the entire collection in an avionics quality packaging, and it will be dispatched out to you once you give me your address.
Paul's sending his love.
I also hasten to add, anyone that painted a tank or donated a tank or is a family member of anyone that took part in the tanks hasn't been given a raffle ticket to keep it fair.
Which my dad was very
We had
annoyed
some.
about.
We did have some donations from people involved in the project and families, as pointed out. I've told each one of them that we didn't issue them a ticket because of fairness. We wanted to make sure this went to the wider Games Workshop or hobbyist community, the people who are supporting this initiative.
None of us were allowed to enter, but there's a few people on my chat room saying congratulations. So, sorry I can't reply to you if you're in the chat right now, but I did see Frost and Fist were in there. I think there's a couple of others in there that have contributed to this as well. Thank you guys for your support. Unfortunately, you didn't win, but Wiley is the man. He is going to win all of this wonderful army.
We'll be putting posts up on all of the...
It'll go out on every single social
all the
media
Facebook groups and everything we put on. And if we can find your surname, we'll put that up as well.
Yeah, and we'll make sure we tag all the people who contribute to the project as
Fantastic.
well. So, thanks everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
We'll cut live transmission, shall we?
Yes, that's a good idea. My arms are killing me. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys. No, that's still live.
Right, do you want to post your live?